what time it is. It's Merry Monday. In this parking garage. Anyways, we are talking about long distance relationships, and I have to do it here because my little baby is sleeping, and I'm not going to ever disturb him for this. We are talking about long distance relationships, and what are the things to avoid, what are the things that are good practices, and can you really make it work when there's a big divide between you two? So here's what I want to first tell you. Yes, it can work. 2, it's a lot of work. So all relationships are work. Oh my God. No, you're not going to be in any healthy relationship that isn't work. So don't let that scare you off. But 2, people are scared about moving. Don't be so scared about. Roughly half of the Muslims in the United States are children of immigrants, meaning they went across continents, oceans, they left their families, they left their friends, and they built a new community, and you can do that too. I'm not telling you to make that drastic of a move, but you can actually do that. Please don't talk about moving for anyone. Guy, don't talk about moving for the girl. Girl, don't talk about moving for the guy until you actually, gel with each other. Give yourself the 3 strikes and you're out rule. Maybe even give yourself a month. Don't talk about your hard line and hard fast rule of not moving. Then there's sometimes, past the preliminary stuff. Am I really going to marry someone that I don't have, daily interactions with? Can I trust them? And here's the thing. You can build trust. Trust takes time to build, right? So I would say don't make any final decision until you meet that person with friends and family. A lot of people who are long distance can meet family over, a video interface. There's nothing wrong with that. And you should meet that person's friends and family over the video interface if you can't meet in person. But I really am serious about this. Do not make a final decision until you meet them in person with friends and family. Let's be honest. Most of the Muslims here in the West are extremely spread out, so it's very difficult to not have some type of long distance interaction. The key is, what do you do? Here's some rules. Number 1, respect someone's time. That means you call when you say you're going to call, even with the time zone difference. That means you show up for the video chat, or you show up to buy those tickets that you said you were going to buy enthusiastically to meet up. See, without that, the other person just feels like you've kind of abandoned them and you're not serious. Ask the difficult questions that get to the vulnerability and be vulnerable. This process will not work if you're just superficial and pretend like you're this robot. No. Long distance relationships sometimes give people like a veneer of normalcy or like perfection, but it's not. It's a great way to break trust, talking to a ton of people at one time and using long distance relationship as your cover to be like, I can talk to a bunch of side guys or side chicks. Don't do that. You will eventually hurt someone, and let me tell you, that will come back. So what's the timeline? Give me the practical timeline. I know I said that long distance relationships take a lot of time, but what does that actually mean? Okay, so I have said before that I think the average time for the couples I've worked with is about 6 months to 1 year. Long distance, longer. Not a rule that it has to be longer, but it often is a little bit longer. Why? That's because in a long distance context, you want to see someone in all their states. When they're happy, when they're sad, when they're frustrated, when they're angry, when their guard is down with their friends and family. You have to see the full person. It takes time. I'm not saying to provoke an argument per se, but don't be scared to argue. In fact, that's a good thing. Don't be scared to have conflict. Some people are scared. They're like, oh, that's such a good thing. What am I going to mess? No. Marriage is full of conflict. Do it. I have another it's kind of a controversial rule, which is I don't really allow any of my clients to text, email, or call for more than 2 weeks. I require them to either video interface to see someone in real time or go see them in person. Stop you right here, guy or girl out there who's like, I don't video call. Ew, that's gross. It's weird. If you're not mature enough to be able to do the video call to see someone in real time, or to see them in person, I'm sorry, probably just not ready for the marriage thing, For those of you already in long distance relationships, marriages, serious commitments, they're hard. You have to constantly remind yourself why you're with that person. You have to schedule fun time, and you have to be consistent in seeing each other, really. And you have to travel equally. It can't be one-sided. I wish you love. I wish you patience. I wish you a lot of clarity, because sometimes it's hard when you're with someone in a long distance situation. You're like, are they really the one? But just know that that's always the case. You're always going to have doubts, and everything in its due time.